Welcome to Let's Watch TV. Thank you for clicking on the video. All right, so this is my Season 5 recap video. Now, at first I wasn't going to do this video because I really wasn't the biggest fan of Season 5. Don't get me wrong, it was definitely entertaining, but if I had to rank all the seasons, first and foremost, head and shoulders above the rest is Season 4. First, it starts off with the king unexpectedly dying. You know what I mean? That was a shock. Then you got introduced to Oberyn, and that storyline was just pure entertainment. Later on, you have the trial of the century with my man Tyrion, and Peter delivers the greatest monologue in TV history. After that, you get two of the most satisfying revenge kills in the show so far, because Shae definitely deserves it. And as much as I love Tywin, I actually did love Tywin. He was a great villain slash, I don't even know if he was fully a villain, to be perfectly honest with you, because we're starting to see true villains now. Tywin, I'm not even going to call Tywin a villain, but the way he treated Tyrion, he definitely, kind of deserved that stake through the heart. You add all that together, and that is just pure greatness, just excellent television. And then I would have to go with season number 2 as my second best season so far. That was a season full of Tyrion moments. I mean, the battle at Blackwater where he officially became a legend. And then you know what I was thinking about? So we all hated Joffrey, correct? I mean, yes, there's no debate about that. Joffrey was definitely hated. But did we actually hate him in the way that we think we hated him? Because I think we all loved to hate him, which is different than just flat out hating someone. Because Joffrey as a villain in season 2 when he first took over, I mean, listen, he was entertaining. It's much different than what I'm dealing with the Faith Militant in season 5. And all I keep thinking while I was watching season 5 is, what would Joffrey do? What would happen in this situation? I mean, can you imagine the Walk of Atonement with Joffrey still around? Better yet, I also was thinking, what would Jaime have done if he was around for the Walk of Atonement? A two-handed Jaime. If a two-handed Jaime and Bronn showed up right when Cersei was about to take the Walk of Atonement, how would that scene have looked? Because all I could think is like a medieval times, John Wick style, just whooping ass, just running through the crowd, whooping ass. And I would have loved to have seen that. But yeah, like I said, season 2 will be second on my list. And then I think I would go with season 1, where it all began. I mean, listen, we all know how season 1 ended, or, close to the end. One of the most shocking moments in television history. That moment alone carries that season. I mean, period. It's just no other way to get around it. No one expected that. That was the moment that locked me into the show. Like, oh, this show is going to be something serious. So you got to give it its credit. You know what I mean? And after that, I think I would go season 5. And then last and definitely least, season 3. That's just the way I'll look at it. I'll be curious to know what you guys think about it. What's your order? But as far as season 5 goes, listen, like I said, it was still entertaining. Don't get me wrong. The funny thing is, I have it kind of low on the list as a whole, but it definitely has one of the most entertaining episodes of the show so far. Because episode 10 from season 5, that definitely makes top 3 episodes so far. So it definitely was lots of good things in season 5. So I don't want to discredit it completely. They actually did a really good job of kind of spreading out the storyline's importance. Like, there wasn't really one main storyline. I guess you could say Jon's storyline was the main storyline of the season. But the problem with that is, I don't know if it was just me, but it was kind of predictable. I said it a couple times throughout the season, like, I don't think Jon's going to survive. Now, granted, I didn't know for a fact that the Night's Watch was going to be the ones that killed them and all that stuff. It just seemed like it was heading in that direction. And no other season really did that, because Ned's death definitely came out of nowhere. The King's death came out of nowhere. Prince Oberyn, he, you could kind of tell once the fight started that he might not make it because he was just talking too much. But that still was a pretty shocking death. And of course, the Red Wedding. I mean, no one saw the Red Wedding coming. And if you did see the Red Wedding coming, you might have saw Robb getting killed. But you didn't see Lady Stark getting her neck sliced at the last possible second of the episode. Damn, I'm not over that yet, man. I'm telling you right now, I still ain't. You know what? Hey, listen, I'll never get over the Red Wedding, period. That's just the way it's going to go. So the fact that I was able to kind of see John's death coming, it takes away from that storyline a little bit. And I'm going to tell you something else. I got a strong feeling something might happen in season 6 that's going to supremely piss me off. Yeah, I'm not going to say it because first off, I might be wrong. That's the first reason. And then the second reason is if I'm right, all I'm going to get is, oh, you be Googling, whatever. But the bottom line is I can't wait to start season 6 so I can see if this particular thing does happen. But yeah, a couple more storylines in season 5. You know, Cersei's whole thing, that was thoroughly entertaining. I mean, from beginning to end, you know, it's weird because they did an excellent job again of making you feel bad for someone that you hate. I mean, so when Cersei first set this plan into motion, I kind of felt like, yo, this is stupid and it's going to backfire and blow up in her face. And it did. Now, here's the thing. So initially, I got a huge amount of enjoyment out of her plan blowing up in her face. But then you're like, it went too far because of how much I hate the fake militant. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's anybody else killing Cersei, the Starks, even somebody from Dorne or something like that, you know, somebody that I feel like deserves to be able to kill her, then I'm all for it. But the fake militant? Man, who is these dudes? Who are these dudes? You know what I'm saying? No. They do not get the right to treat Cersei like that. Sorry, period. So I cannot wait to see what she does to them in season 6. That's for sure. And then we have Stannis' storyline, which, I mean, you know, why? You know, and what bothers me the most is, you know, and they know what they did too. They're going to have the little meeting between him and Shireen and, you know, your Shireen princess, blah, 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 and then do what you do 2 episodes later. Seriously? Game of Thrones? Seriously. All right, we're going to move on. But I am glad that Brienne was able to get her revenge. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm disappointed that she wasn't able to get there to save Sansa before that whole ordeal happened. You know, I mean, thankfully, Theon eventually woke his ass up and looks like they're going to make their escape, even though they both got 6 broken legs. I mean, I don't care what you say. Ain't no way in the hell they jumped off of that castle and didn't break at least 1 leg. I mean, we'll see what happens in season 6. Then we have Dany getting a little bit more control of her dragons. You know what I'm saying? I love to see that. Her and Tyrion hooking up. I would, you know, can't wait to see what that produces in season 6. And, you know, I got a question. Was the actor who played Bran busy this year? I mean, what the hell, man? He wasn't in this season at all. Like, I understand, you know, it might not be his storyline, but damn, they could have threw him in 1 or 2 episodes, but, you know, nothing. I was a little disappointed with that because, you know, I'm a big fan of Bran and his superpowers. Now, what's going to be the most interesting thing going forward in my head is just how the story continues and how the style of the story goes. Because the comment section has let me know that this is where the book ends. So from this point forward, you know, I don't know what kind of arrangement, you know, the showrunners had with the author on what they can do to his characters or, you know, just make up, basically. I mean, he didn't write any more books, so they're not going off of any more source material. So at this point in time, they have to create stuff. I'm sure they had, you know, his advice and everything, but it's just going to be interesting to see if the style of the show changes from the first 5 seasons now that there's no source material. But yeah, man, all in all, as a whole, like I said, it definitely was an entertaining season, although I ranked it kind of low on my list. But the bottom line is the whole show has been entertaining. So no season is terrible. It's just that, you know, there were a few other seasons that I enjoyed more than season 5. But guess what? I'm definitely looking forward to season 6, especially since everyone keeps telling me in the comment section how this is basically I get the feeling season 6 is going to be the season of redemption for people. That's when, you know, good things are going to happen finally. You know what I'm saying? So definitely looking forward to it, man. And like I said, so far, it's been all fun. I got no real complaints about the show. There are definitely points in time where you're like, man, I don't really want to watch what's on the television screen. But once you get past that, get it out your brain, get back into the story, it becomes excellent again. So definitely looking forward to jumping into the next one. Like I said earlier, I'm actually got it all queued up and I'm ready to go, man. So we about to get into it right now. Make sure y'all come back and check me out. Peace.